Hey there from the top level of the Universal Orlando parking garage. So today I'm at Universal Orlando. It is almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon and tonight is Horror Nights at Universal. I'm not going to be going to Horror Nights tonight, but what I wanted to do was kind of an experiment out of a curiosity that I had earlier this afternoon. I just want to go into Universal and see what I can do in the last hour that the park is open before a Horror Nights night. I want to see what the wait times are looking like and the crowd levels are looking like. I'm excited because I've never done this before, so heading in now, I guess. Okay, so I made it over to Universal. I'm about to head inside. All of these IP posters, they were not up when I was here last time, but they put them up for Horror Nights, which just started a couple days ago. Whew, I'm out of breath because I'm trying to rush to get inside, so I have a full hour inside before the park closes. So it doesn't really look that bad in terms of the wait for Horror Nights. Universal closes at 5, Islands closes at 9 o'clock. So right there, people are already starting to line up and wait for Horror Nights, which starts in about 2 hours. But I'm heading into the park. It's about 4 o'clock right now, so I'm gonna see just how many rides I could ride, how many lines I could hop in. I'm pretty excited for this. Right off the bat, Despicable Me is a 5-minute wait. This is also something you can do if you already have park admission and a valid Horror Nights ticket. You can do Stay and Scream, where they kind of corral you into an area and then they lead you over to a house once the event starts. That is crazy, a 5-minute wait for Despicable Me. So there was no line whatsoever for this, just walked straight on in.
Move it, rookies! Come on in. Move
so
all
that
the way down
totally
to the last
took
seat in the row.
about
and sit down to the
10 minutes total with the pre-show and the attraction itself. That's awesome, it's about 4:15. Okay, so I'm gonna go over to Rip Ride Rockit just to see what that wait time looks like, and then probably head over to Mummy. It's crazy to me that a ride that normally has an 80-minute wait sometimes has nobody in line for it. This is the Anarcade Scare Zone, which, dang it, I really want to make it out to Horror Nights this year, but that's not why I'm here today. But next time. Okay, so I made it over to Rip Ride Rockit. The regular wait is only 15 minutes. So I'm gonna hop in the single rider line if I can. I have done this in a while. Okay, so I just got off of Hollywood Rip Ride Rockit. Now watch the car right about here. It's about to stop and stall out for just a second before it makes it over the crest and it goes down the first hill after the lifts. And that scared me kind of a lot because it just felt like we were stopping, but I think it was just slowing down. So that took me 5 minutes to get on Rip Ride Rockit. It's about 4:30 or a little bit after right now, so the park is about to close in half an hour for Horror Nights. This is the queue for Ghostbusters, which is going to fill up very, very soon, and very much so, because that's one of the most popular houses this year, and with good reason. I've heard really good things about it. I tried to do the, I guess the hidden playlist, the secret playlist on this, but I didn't have enough time to push in my numbers, so next time I ride this, it's gonna be to Rainbow Connection, gosh darn it, but I'm about to head over to Mummy to ride that because, again, I have about a little bit more than 20 minutes to make it to some rides before the park closes. But so far I've done Despicable and Rip Ride Rockit in about half an hour. That is crazy. All of these tents have Carnegie games set up for Horror Nights once that starts in about 15 minutes. There's the Starcourt Mall area over there, which opens up with some food, and there's a drink stand over there. This has the Scare Actor Dining, I'm pretty sure, which all these people are lining up for. Okay, but I'm still doing some rides, so I'm heading over to Mummy. There's the Tribute Store right over there, which I do want to check out at some point, probably with Brennan whenever we come back. Over here is a Stay and Scream area, which I was talking about earlier. This is where people can kind of be corralled and be led to a house once the event starts. But I'm doing Mummy.
Are you insane? Get out of here! The curse, it's real! This whole place is a trap! He's after your soul! Look for the Magi symbol! It's an only hope!
Silence! With your souls, I shall rule for all eternity. Serve me and save the nations beyond. Or refuse.
Your arms and legs, you're sort of...
Prepare to forfeit your souls.
Okay, wow, just got off of Mummy. That was so much fun, just pretty much walked, not even pretty much, just literally walked inside and sat down and then just started going, and that was awesome. So I have time for one more ride probably before the park closes, so I'm gonna make it over to Diagon and hop on Gringotts. So they've barricaded that way up to get to Hogsmeade, so I have to go all the way around, I think, if I want to make it over to Diagon Alley, which hopefully I have enough time. So this is the Starcourt food area, and it doesn't look like I can go this way either. Okay, made it over to Shrek, and it does look like I can go this way, I think so. So that was a little bit inconveniencing to have to go all the way around the park to make it back over to where I just was to head back over to Diagon. I don't know if I'm gonna make it now. So there's a big crowd of people over here. I think that they're scanning to get into the Stay and Scream, but I'm not totally positive. This is the Rob Zombie Scare Zone right over here. I only have a couple minutes to make it over into Diagon, so they may have closed it by now. This is kind of scary. I have exactly 1 minute to make it over to Gringotts before the line probably closes, unless it's already closed. And I made it inside Gringotts. That really came down to the minute, but I'm here and look how empty it is in the bank lobby. There's nobody in here right now. I don't think I've ever seen it this empty. Okay, heading down the single rider line, and then I'll have done Gringotts. Wow, it's totally empty in here. Not even a regular queue. I am the last person to ride Gringotts before it closes for Horror Nights.
The defenses have been set off. There must be imposters in Gringotts.
I don't think so, man. Strange. I can't be sure.
Well, let's try for
Perhaps a little dose of pain to help you remember.
Yes. I want to try
So the park is now very much so closed. All the team members are over there shepherding everybody out of the park over in this direction. I'm among the last stragglers heading out of Diagon and heading out of the park too. This is definitely a weird way to see Diagon Alley with barely anybody in it at all. And now to join the mass of people heading out of the park who don't have Halloween Horror Nights tickets and who aren't in a Stay and Scream area or just camping out outside the gate until the event starts. I'm so excited to come back for Horror Nights, hopefully in the coming weeks. I don't have a pass yet because I'm still trying to figure out what dates are going to be best for me. I think I'm probably going to opt for the frequent beer pass potentially, but I guess I'll see. I think they turned off the area music because it's like eerily quiet, even with there being a limited amount of people still in the park right now, but it's really quiet. It's kind of weird. I was gonna go over to Islands to see if I could hop on Hagrid's, but I checked the app and it is at capacity 4 hours before the park over there closes. So I guess I'm not gonna do that. So I'll just kind of keep it to Universal today and just kind of this little fun challenge experience experiment, more or less. I do need to do my research on what specific Stay and Scream areas lead into what houses, because that would be pretty beneficial to me as somebody who's probably not gonna get Express because it's very expensive, but I'll figure it out. Yeah, they definitely turned off the area music over here. It is so eerily quiet. Never heard it without area music anywhere in the park. I mean, I could have figured that a theme park without any area music would be kind of weird, but I haven't ever been in one where there hasn't been any music, and it just feels like I shouldn't even be here right now, which I shouldn't because it's about 20 or so minutes after park close, so I should go ahead and probably head out of the park so they can actually set up for Horror Nights tonight. It's a little bit busier out front of all the people waiting for the start of Horror Nights in about half an hour from now. Usually it goes all the way back to the arch back there, so this doesn't really seem that bad, but it probably will be. They have the stanchions over here by the exit of Universal set up and ready to go for when the event actually does start. But I guess I'm heading on from here. Maybe I'll stop into Voodoo Doughnut's because they have some new donuts over there and I do want to try one. I will definitely be back to Universal though for Horror Nights super soon, I'm hoping, and I'm super hyped for both Ghostbusters and Stranger Things of the IP houses. Those are going to be my two big ones. Ideally, I'll get to do all of them because the original houses always have the best reputations for being the most creative and original, obviously, so I'll be back. Okay, this is pretty cool. I'm just walking into Voodoo Doughnut's without having to wait outside in an outdoor queue. This does not happen that often. Okay, so the three new ones that I'm looking at are these three right here. These are for Horror Nights specifically. So there's a Stranger Things donut, there's a waffle donut, and then there's a vampire donut. Assuming that they have them in stock. So plot twist, they didn't have any of the Halloween donuts, so I got the mango tango instead because I haven't had this one in a long time, and I do like it a lot. That is so good. I don't know if you can see inside. It's very tart, but it's good. Very fruity. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up. It is so rich and sweet, but that's how I love my donuts, and I'm gonna go ahead and head out of the park and try to combat the mass of people coming into Universal for Horror Nights. For about 10 minutes before the start of Horror Nights, it's not really as busy as I thought it would be. I thought that the line for the toll plaza would kind of be all the way out to here at least, maybe longer, but it's really not that bad for some reason. So there it is. That was my, I guess, challenge attempt to see how many rides I could do on a Halloween Horror Nights event night just 1 hour before the park closes. I got through the four biggest attractions at Universal Studios Florida. I did Despicable Me, I did Rip Ride Rockit, I did Revenge of the Mummy, and then I did Gringotts. And those are the 4 biggest rides. I don't know where I parked, so I'm just kind of walking right now. But it was a fun thing to get to try to do, and to simultaneously just get to see how the park prepares for Horror Nights on a Horror Nights night. So I may try to be utilizing Stay and Scream at some point in the future, just trying to, I don't know, just try to get the most out of my Halloween Horror Nights experience in my trip, ideally. And just kind of seeing how they set up those barricades was it was good to know now for a future trip to Universal or to Islands of Adventure. But it was fun. Now I need to find my car so I can head back home and I don't know, get ready for actually coming back for Horror Nights, hopefully in the future. But I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching and hanging out with me. Have a good day. Goodbye.